Hello, 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 hello. I hope we're live. I really hope we are live because if we're not live, then we might have a bit of an issue. So, apologies, everybody, in advance for having you guys wait so long for us to go live on Twitch. We actually had some technical difficulties with the webcam that I'm going to be using to react to the recent episode of Snafu. So we had some issues with that, but thankfully everything is looking to be all good right now. So hopefully you guys should be seeing or hearing me perfectly fine. And then when we get to the reactions, you should hopefully be hearing me fine. I'm going to be hopping into the call with my buddy Evie, and we're going to go and see how things go from there. So give me just a second, ladies and gents. Alrighty, there we go. How you doing, buddy?
All right, hello. Hello,
Hey, you're all
hello.
good?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, so
Man,
I'm just making sure everything is running fine because it looks like it should be all good to go in my end. I think we should be good. Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
And also it's saying that we're live on on the other thing as well. All right. Somebody
All
says
right, there we go.
Itoha's best girl. Ooh, what did she do in this
Well,
week's episode? I don't know if I should
we'll
be
see.
happy or not.
We'll see.
Mm. I've been
We'll
waiting,
see,
man.
man.
I had to
Oof.
wait like 2 days, buddy. 2 days since the episode aired.
I mean that's pretty much the trend that's been at least going on between us here right now. Pretty much
Yeah,
had to wait two
we let
days.
you guys watch it in advance so that way we can react to it later and see if maybe you're waiting for us to react to a certain scene or something. But yeah, we're going to be live for Snafu episode 3. Are we in 3 right now? I think we're in 3.
Yes, episode 3.
All
Yep.
right, perfect, perfect. Episode 3, ladies and gents. Yes, we're going to be reacting to the third episode of Snafu. I am excited because I've been anticipating another week of Snafu. After that, me and Evie are going to take a quick discussion regarding the episode, as well as talking about shows that we've been watching this week. And Evie, I got 2 shows I would love to recommend to you that are airing during this season. Or also
All right,
completed
looking
as
forward
well
to it.
from the previous season that I didn't actually get a chance to watch. But I got
Okay.
some good recommendations still. I got legitimately some good recommendations to share with you for tonight. Well, I
All
don't know
right,
if you saw
looking forward
anything
to
new,
it.
Evie. Did you?
Um, no, not really. Not really, but I definitely want to hear your recommendations so that way I can add more anime to my list.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to go and take a chance to talk about some of the shows that I've been watching that have also been completed, as well as shows that are airing during this season. So, we hope you guys are looking forward to that side of the discussion really soon. But for now, we are going to get ourselves prepared to talk about the recent episode of Snafu. I'm going to get my equipment set up here. Everything's all good to go. Just need to make sure my audio and shenanigans are doing okay. So,
Yeah,
Evie, take it from here.
you take your time with that, buddy. And actually, in the meantime, Omar, thank you for bringing this up. Actually, Kaguya-sama is actually getting an English dub,
Yeah, I
which
heard
is
about that.
which is something I wasn't expecting because like Kaguya-sama, I always felt like it's one of those shows like Konosuba. I always thought it's a show that's going to be a little hard to dub.
Oh
You know?
no, so people have been hearing bad things about it though. Oof.
Ugh.
Well, I
Yeah,
haven't
I
watched the
mean,
dub yet, so I can't give a formal opinion on the show itself, unfortunately.
I'm not sure if the dub has been released officially, but from what I've heard, only the second season has been dubbed
What?
for some reason. Just the
That's
second
such an
season.
odd
Yeah,
choice. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, that's the only bad thing that I've heard. But other than that, I haven't seen any official dub episodes. But all right, that's pretty interesting to know.
Yeah, that'll be something to keep a watch on for later, I guess.
Yeah. And also, congratulations to all the leakers out there who were able to successfully find the Luigi model in Super Mario 64.
Okay, let's take a second to talk about that real quick. I want you to understand the whole context of this thing before we actually get into our review for tonight, all right?
Yeah, yeah, go right
Okay,
ahead.
so in case you guys aren't aware about the whole L is real rumor, the full context of the L is real is that it is supposedly L is real 2401. All right? That has been the
Yeah,
rumor that's
I see
been
what I'm saying.
going on since the time it originated. It's been that's the speculation. Everybody's been thinking, "Oh, it's going to be like maybe you have to get 24 stars and 5 coins or 1 coin or you have to complete a certain task in a certain due time." But for the longest time nobody's been able to crack it only because of course at some point we all realized that it is fake.
Mm-hmm.
However, Nintendo had recently got breached not too long ago, and a lot of their data that they've had has been released unintentionally to the public. And one of them has been Super Mario 64, among other titles as well, such as Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World, Donkey Country, I think it was called, or something like that, and a bunch of other SNES titles, such as Star Fox and Mario Kart, to name a few.
Mm-hmm.
However, the big thing that people were talking about was with Super Mario 64, because we got the pre beta of the game. And the biggest twist about it is that people were able to discover two things. One, there is actually a Wario thing in the game's data. So I guess every
Oh,
copy
okay.
of Super Mario 64 is actually personalized, as the memes have been going around with. And number
Yeah.
two, L is real. They actually found models, official render models of Luigi from Super Mario 64. Never has it ever been uncovered, released, or any of that form whatsoever. It's always been behind Nintendo's HQ. We've never gotten our hands on it until today. But this is what makes it more wild, Evie. The game
Yeah.
originally released Super Mario 64 about 24 years ago and 1 month ago.
Oh shit. Yeah, the 2401 thing.
Exactly. We all thought
Damn.
2401 meant one thing. No, 2401 meant that the model of Luigi was going to be coming out 24 years and 1 month from the time that the game has officially released for the first time ever in the world. That to me is the most
Damn.
insane thing about
The
this whole Super
lore.
Mario 64 lore is that L is real, but now this is the biggest creepypasta slash speculation we've never seen, like we've ever gotten. And also, oh my god, I just got somebody just gave me a sprite of Reggie
Mm-hmm.
Gigas from the DP, because as we're talking about the Super Mario 64 stuff right now,
Mm-hmm.
alongside that, it's also been revealed that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl has also received data breached as well, and they got their Diamond and Pearl beta sprites released to the public as
I saw
well.
that.
Yeah,
I saw the Garja beta model
yeah, it's
before
like looked all orange and everything, and we got to see
yeah.
a lot of them, like Shinx model, Empoleons, Star Raptors, Garchomps, Vespiquen, Per Ugly. Like you name a few, you'll witness them. However,
Mm-hmm.
there are some models that really has confused the shit out of me. I believe one of them, as my buddy here on Twitter, Adam, posted, it is a beta sprite of Regigigas. And let me
Mm-hmm.
just say, also a beta sprite of Arceus as well. I don't know if you've got a chance to see them, Evie. I'm not gonna show it on stream only because of the fact that I know if I show this shit, I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked out of Twitch. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
just post this to you. That's Arceus, by the way.
Okay. Let me actually
I
look
posted
this
it
up right
in
now.
there. So
Yeah.
the Richie Kick is doing so.
Oh, let me look at this right now.
I
Oh wait.
posted it backstage. Yeah, here's Reggie Gigas too.
I don't know what to say. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I'm just looking at them. They look so fugly. Oh my god, it's horrible. I feel so bad for I wish I could show this to you guys, like, for
It, it,
real.
it looks like the Sanic version of Regigigas.
Right? Like
Uh,
that shit's like a bootleg ass sprite that somebody made and called it their, creation and whatnot. But yeah,
yeah.
so this is the kind of shit that's leaking
God.
out today. There's a lot of other things. Like for Yoshi's Island, we got beta maps and everything. But that's something for we'll probably talk about on Monday when we get more
Yeah.
information of the sprites, because they're still releasing as we're talking about it in this moment. So this is just a little
Okay.
heads up to let you know that yeah, this is a thing. All right then. So now let's talk about the second thing happening right now. I guess obviously out of Nintendo stuff. You ready, Evie, to get going into doing our reaction to Snafu?
Oh yeah. Let me just pull up the episode right now. I'll give you. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
All right, just to make sure with everybody as well, we're probably going to be kicking things off the same way we've been doing every single episode, every single week. In the format of how they have the logo at the very beginning. Uh, Let me just make sure I
Okay,
have it here.
so
Hold on. There we
yes.
go.
Okay, so I have the episode ready.
Okay,
So
is it starting off with the logo though?
yeah, the TBS.
Yes, TBS logo. We need to make sure it's starting with that one because if it's not, then we're probably going to be desynced. All right, so there we go. Let me go and turn on the camera right about now. Okay. I'll also have the chat box over here as well. Probably if you guys want to commentate or write in the chat like the reactions and stuff for our snafu thing, please go right ahead and do so. You know, we always love joining along with you guys for the reactions and things for the series. So we are looking forward to it. I'm
Oh yeah, of course.
excited. I'm excited as hell for whatever this third episode has in store.
Um,
You know,
espe- yeah, especially with what happened on the at the end of the last episode.
exactly.
We
That's
need to
the
see what.
thing. The last week's episode ended on such a wild note. How do we go from there? What could happen in this week's episode? And that's where we're going to go and find out right now. So, Evie, let me know when you're ready and good to go.
All right, I'm ready. Just give us a countdown.
All right, let me just make sure I got everything set with me right here. Once again, everybody, we're going to be doing the countdown from 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to go from there. All right, Evie? And
Yeah,
all right to
ready.
the chat. You will love this episode. Oh, that is so good to hear. There will be emotions. I don't know if I'm ready for said emotions.
Oh God.
All right, then, everybody, counting down from 3, 2, 1, go. Let's begin. All right, there's the TBS
All right,
logo.
let's go.
I'm scared, buddy. After what happened last week, I don't know how to think about this week's episode. See, she's the only teacher so
Hey,
far
we're back
that
to
I've
Thursday.
seen smoke. Wait, yeah, she smokes, yeah. Like, so what the hell was it from last week? You know?
I don't know. Ah, and there it is again with the flashbacks.
Oh, what's going on here? We're actually focusing on the senseis for once.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Come on.
Best
Man,
sensei, come on.
I miss her, to be honest.
I
Like,
know
it
she
feels good
needs
seeing her
more
again.
recognition in the show. In fact, she was the one that really made this series be what it is. She started it. She initiated the whole thing.
Right? You're not wrong.
But okay, so what was she looking at the end there though? It looked like a bunch of books. I feel like
Oh,
that's probably
who
gonna be
knows?
something we need to get a better clear on later, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you get the chance to hear the full version of this album?
Yeah, I did get a chance to hear the full version. Personally, to me, I still have the same opinion as I had with the discussion about the openings ranking overall. I feel like the placement I had for this one is still the same as I did with the TV size, where this one I think is my second favorite opening, whereas the second opening of Snafu is my personal favorite of all time from Snafu.
Okay.
Yeah, the second season,
Yeah.
I should say.
So personally, to be honest with you, KG, I think this might be number one for me in terms of the full version.
Really now?
Yeah. Now, in terms of the anime size opening, I'm still gonna go with the second opening. But I just like the entire transitions with this opening from beginning to end. I just think it fleshes out a little bit better compared to the full version of the second opening.
Yeah, like I think the TV size, I feel like they're like cutting bits and pieces out of the full song where it's like incomplete, but the full version tells the whole story as is, you know? Whereas here you're not really
Yeah.
getting what like the full context of it. And also, like you got to be honest with some of the things that they're showing in the animation for this opening. There's like no actual kind of like plot happening or a story being told in the opening because
Yeah.
like we literally go from the second half into oh my god.
Oh my god, look who it is.
Oh
Look
my
who
god.
it is. Look who it is.
See, let's make this the canon route. Come on. Stick to
There is
1
no
hour
other
game.
choice.
Listen, I'm sorry, buddy. I can't. I need to game more than 1 hour. Are they going on a date?
Hmm.
Hmm.
No.
No, he's so bad.
Come on, Tosca. Come on, Tosca.
Oh my god.
No.
Damn it, we were so close to getting the best route happening, man.
Oh,
Wait, whoop.
what's happening here?
What just happened?
Oh, that's right. She
Oh
took her
shit, the
exam.
test.
She passed. Nice.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh man.
that's right. I'll get out.
Yeah. She did her good job, man. She deserves the head pat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and her brother passed too. Ah,
Ah,
there you.
my feels. I only knew you for like 3 episodes, but
Yeah.
you're already my third favorite girl. I'll
Oh,
toss you up in the air.
Jesus.
Shit.
Having a nice little big sibling moment. Of course, you gotta take in all the proud moment.
Aww.
Mm.
She's such a little baby.
Jesus. For real.
Man. How am I getting so emotional over fictional
Yeah.
characters? This hurts me in all of the feels.
It's the power of anime, KG.
I know, it's
Yeah.
anime logic, but still, man, I still get feels. Alright, well, let's see what's gonna happen next, though. Oh, now she's just gonna go and talk with the next girl. Wait, what?
That
That
was a
was
nice
quick!
moment.
Holy shit, I couldn't read that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. Oh, look who it is, KG. It's your best girl.
I hate her! I hate her so much for the second season. I don't know.
Well, let's say she could redeem himself. Apparently, something good happens in this episode
Yeah, somebody said in
this
the
girl.
chat that somehow you're gonna love Iroha, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about that. I've despised her. What could she do to make me feel good?
Yeah, so she's been helping out with you don't have with her prom idea.
Aw, she's pushing herself, basically. I guess she really is trying her best to become as independent as she can be by really forcing herself to do more than what she can handle. Which isn't really being independent, it's more so just being a little irresponsible. Oh, God damn it, you. Call it a habit.
I can understand where he's coming from, though.
I mean, maybe?
Or I can at least, or I can at least understand.
Yeah, he's being like a dad, if anything.
Oof.
I was expecting like the arrow to come to just stab him in the chest at that point, like in most traditional anime shows. Just be
Oh.
like, Okay, Hachiman, let's not go
I
too
mean,
far there. He puts little sister and repent in the same sentence, man. For real. No one likes you, so he's not gonna hit on you. Well, I think that. I'm just kidding. No, I
yeah,
generally don't like hate. You know, it's just more so out of all of them, I just personally would prefer Yui and Yukino only because I've grown more attached to them compared to her, who showed up way late in the game. You know, but that's just my take on it.
yeah, I got you.
Oh no, Hachiman, don't you dare! You have your trap over there. Don't let her swoo you. Okay, please.
Jesus, my boy, she was already dumped. He was already dumped by her by like what, 5 times, 4?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
4 or 5. Like I lost count already at this point. All right, so what's gonna happen here, though?
Hmm. Back to playing out the prom.
I guess they're probably trying to figure out like the theming of the songs that they might go with this time around. Hmm. I mean, after the celebration, then yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I thought you been you.
Wait, was it on the website? Oh,
Uh,
you need to follow the account to get the information. Okay, so yeah,
oh, okay, so he just wasn't aware.
yeah, he does. He don't social media much.
Um, you can look really good in those glasses.
I can easily acquire coupons.
That's a parenting
Wow,
moment,
she really is
Yukino.
like an old lady where she's just like discovering laptop and technology already.
uh, yes, you could do that too.
Oh my god. You know, there's actually a cat cafe here in New York City that I really wanted to visit at one point.
I
Unfortunately,
know,
given
I
that we're in
know.
the Backstreet Boys tour right now, I can't go visit it.
I mean, I know they existed in Japan for like a while now. I just didn't know that there was one in New York. That's
I
pretty
didn't
interesting.
either until not too long ago. I might visit it once all of this comes to a closure, though. I agree with you, though, Donnie. Glasses do add the appeal. I'm a glasses fanatic with that sort of thing.
I say you're a man of culture.
Thank you, sir. Glasses make the complete package.
Yeah, which is why I complimented Yukino on wearing those glasses. She looks really good on them.
I know, right?
Hmm. Also, the setup looks really nice. It's looking good so far.
Okay, so they're gonna have like a
Oh,
preview, I guess.
okay. I thought for a second it was like the actual event, but
Nobody
since they're
types
shooting on
like
from,
that. Come on, let's be real here. Who goes like
man, I wish.
this?
Shit. Okay, so they're doing a promotional video. It looks like.
Yeah. Wait, who's gonna come and make the video though?
I don't know.
How bad can it be, right? To just make a promotional video to let people know, hey, there's a prom happening, right?
Eh. Right. Whatever you say, buddy. See, wow.
Huh. Well, that was a wow. Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. Never mind. Jesus Christ, that scared me a little bit.
I was about to say you people were wrong about this episode, but
Yeah, like how?
we get
What?
debated.
You
Oh,
lie to me.
my boy looking smooth.
Yeah, for real. Holy shit, Hachi man, you never looked better, buddy. Now, if we can get our best trap to come in on the fun and actually get some enjoyment too out of this.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, why
Also,
is
you look good
wait?
in the tuxedo.
Yeah, why is she wearing a tux though? You know, I thought she would have dressed up or something, but I guess she really wanted to go into the tuxedo style. My.
Oh, there you go. Looking a little better.
Damn, already stylish as hell. Oh yeah, she did
So,
become Cleve, bro. You're right. I didn't even think about that. If you play as
okay,
Lane,
so
you'll know exactly what I mean.
yeah, okay, so that's why she's in the tux. So she could
Mm-hmm.
be the prom king.
Yeah, and take all the pics and whatnot.
Ah, they both look pretty good.
Ooh, so pretty.
I know, right? Hiroha looks so pretty.
What? No, I'm talking about it. Yukino. I didn't pay attention to her whatsoever.
Also, where's Yui?
Yeah,
Where's
where
she
is
at?
you? I thought she was in the preview. Unless I'm mistaken or something.
Oh, looks like he's getting her.
Kawa, whoever.
Oh, there she is. Oh, look at
Hey,
you! Look at you, best girl, shining like a diamond.
I don't know if I can agree on that though.
I mean, she's wearing the right dress, so
Oh well, I mean you're not wrong there.
but she's still my best girl, though.
I get the feeling something's gonna happen. Oh!
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god! I just look like a just there. Yeah. Oh my god. So she also suffered from the fact that she was literally called last minute too, wasn't she?
It looks like it. Nah, he's just looking at his future wife, just doing her makeup.
Listen,
Keep
man, let's
going.
now she's not gonna be no man's future wife here with Hachi, man. That title goes
You're
to
right. It's gonna be
Yukino, or the trap, or everyone's favorite
or the
trap.
trap. Yeah.
Tots.
That's right. That's right, Hachiman.
No, don't
Never
get
ever your eyes for
swooned.
9 days.
Don't get swooned by her good looks.
There you go, Hachiman. Be the gentleman that you are.
No, you're supposed to do that with Yukino. She was supposed to be your first, god damn it.
Come on, Yui. You gotta do it. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I like to see.
Oh no. Yukino, you better step up your game, god damn it.
The shipping war is over. No.
Episode ends. Oh shit, is it ending? Oh no, never
Time
mind.
skip.
Ah, fuck. 3 years later.
All right, Jesus Christ.
So, did they capture everything?
They'll say they did. Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, what the hell is going on? Oh my god. They were going bonkers in that dance clip, though. It's supposed to be a nice, calm, prom shenanigans. Nah, they're just spinning around the whole field at that point.
To the window! No.
And I guess they stand out.
All right, so we're taking more shots.
Yay. You're asking Hachiman to do something Hachiman never does,
All right, there we go. This car should be back.
Oh, did something happen for you?
Yeah, I just didn't hear you. I can hear
Okay.
you now, though.
No, I was on the mood side for a second. That's why I apologize as well.
Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you
Who uses
go.
that song for a prom dance? Hachiman, stop calling your... Jesus Christ. Hachiman, you're better than that. Come on.
Come on, let those two have their moments. Come on.
What? Thanks. Oh my god.
Man, look at those Dance Dance Revolution moves, though.
I know, right? For a second there, I thought that was Hachiman doing the dance.
Oh, really? Like, damn, my boy got some suave moves. Damn.
Damn, Hachiman got them slick moves.
Well, wow, it's already over.
What?
Okay.
That's how it ends? It feels like it was in the middle point of an episode and then it just cuts.
I know. Okay, so that's that, it seems. All right, so at least compared to the first two episodes, this was a little more on the lighthearted side.
Yeah,
I liked it,
there weren't that much emotional moments to kick you in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah, so do we recommend this? But based on the 3-episode rule, of course.
We're here for 3 seasons, and we better, I would be disappointed if it took us the 3rd season, episode 3, to tell us, nah, don't watch Snafu or some shit like that. Nah, we don't. We don't do that in this house here. We love and support Snafu. But overall, Evie, thoughts on the episode though? Anything else you want to add? I guess.
It was a pretty good episode. I wouldn't really say there's a lot of interesting points to point out in this episode, other than, of course, that nice little sibling moment where you have their little siblings pass their high school exams.
Yeah.
And just the main characters working on the prom. We'll see how that turns out within the coming episodes.
And
So
also
it was
Hachiman
pretty.
asking the best trap out on a date and then getting his ass rejected at the end. Oh man, I
Don't
felt
ever
bad.
give
Like
up.
I would have loved to have seen that date happen. All right, let's see what's going on here. The preview for next
Hmm.
week's episode, though. What's gonna happen? What? Wait, what?
Oh, her mom is here.
Yeah. What are they doing here?
Huh. Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I guess we're not.
So
I thought we were gonna stay in the lighthearted stuff. What happened there?
I don't know. So it looks like we're picking things back off to what Snafu really is next week.
Oh man, no! Come on.
Well, I mean, well, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I
one
get you. I get
episode,
you.
might as well enjoy it while it lasted. You know.
Yeah.
Oh boy, but
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah, but
This was a good episode. I don't have nothing bad to say about it, but it definitely is the most simple. Like it didn't
the
have
most
too
simple.
much
Yeah,
on it, but it's not a bad thing. It's just more so, I guess, like a little breathing room to take in. Given that last week's episode was a bombshell, or not really a bombshell, but it had a big moment at the end that really is going to change the direction of the series now for one particular girl. And the thing about it is that this week's episode is more so just seeing what the characters are planning to do as they approach the actual prom event, which we got to see all the characters dress up, some in tuxedos, some in dresses and everything. We got to see our best trap come back again. We got to see a little bit more of the sibling love go on here. But that, to me, I think does a good job and a little bit in world building and character building as well, because you really get to see a lot of the side
yeah,
characters as much as you would hope for, and I think this does a good job in taking care of that with this week's episode. So I appreciate that part.
yeah.
Now,
I agree with you there.
with that said, though, next week's episode is looking like it's
Go,
going to be a doozy because somebody's making an appearance and someone is not happy about it either.
shit, you know some serious shit is about to go down whenever you see Yukino's sister and her mom
Yeah, it's not
making
just
their
one. No,
appearance.
it's both of them. They're both being presented there, but I need to know why though. What is their purpose to be at that particular place? And is it has something to do with the prom event or something? Like, well, what's happening here? That's what I really want to find out.
Probably
So
responding to Yukino's wishes. Probably finally got the chance to sit down and talk.
that can be the case
Yeah,
as
so
well. And I wonder if that will
hmm
also affect the prom overall. Because if you saw the episode title for the upcoming episode, they talked about how I think it was Yukino's planning for the future or something like that.
hmm
So I guess the title in itself is gonna give us a hint as to what we can expect for the future, but you never know with this series. Sometimes they can have the title written like that, and then they can go on a completely different direction to what we
of
can,
course.
expect. But at the end of the day, though, it could be a fun one, and hopefully, it is a good one. And whatever we get out of it, it'll be either emotional, impactful, and hopefully lead the story forward even more than what we got with these three past episodes. So, even
Definitely.
with that being said, anything else you wanted to add to it, or you're good?
Yeah, nothing really much to add. This is a pretty good, more story driven episode,
Mm-hmm.
more than the developmental side of things.
Agreed.
Hey, I mean, for those of you, Hachiman Yui shippers that were worried from the end of last week's episode, hey, we got ourselves a really good moment in this episode. So
Yeah, the Yui
there you go.
fans won here. God damn it!
Yeah.
I didn't ask for
Victory
this.
screech. No. And Iroha. She was nice in this episode. I still don't see like have down. I don't really have like this boost in appreciation for Iroha though. She's still pretty nice in this episode,
Oh no,
but
she was tame in
not
this
like a major
episode.
change. Yeah.
But I did like that Hachiman called her out, be like, "Man, you're just calling everybody out to help you without any advance, timing whatsoever. You're just telling everybody at the moment without really, doing anything about it." And I think that could be a big plot point for Iroha's character development later down the road, where she's gonna start demanding things a little too quickly or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah,
That's
but
just my
overall,
take on it, though.
yeah, but overall, it was a pretty solid episode. Like I said, more of a story driven, simple yet really good episode.
Indeed. Alrighty then. So that's gonna be our reaction, ladies and gentlemen, to the recent episode of Snafu Season 3. We'll see how things go for the next episode. Hopefully it'll be just as great and even surpasses any of the episodes we have received so far. Given that it's gonna have Yukino's mother and sister there, it's gonna be a pretty important episode to keep an eye on. So let us go now and dive ourselves back into the scenery of the PokePod logo here. And we are going to be talking about anime shows that have aired during this week. Now, Evie, which one do you want to go into first? Do you want to go into the Simp show or do you want to take the comedy show?
Okay, let's talk about the comedy show first. But actually, before we get into that, just out of curiosity, did you get the chance to finally watch God of High School?
Nope, but I did watch something else though, which I'll talk about later once we finish our shows. There's a reason why I didn't
Alright,
watch
no
God of High
problem.
School yet though, and I'll probably explain why.
All right, no problem. So in that case, let's go ahead and talk about the lone slayer out there, Usagi-chan,
Oh
with the third
boy.
episode.
This week's episode of Uzuki-chan though was definitely a doozy for
Um,
sure.
she got to be a doctor for once.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And also the hypnosis episode as well was just as great too.
Oh yeah.
Because so let's break it down a little bit because yeah, and also the cat came back as well, and I think in the most funniest moment in the show because I think that was the moment when Uzaki was trying to clean up Sakurai, and the cat somehow is just looking at the window with the really creepy as hell face on it, which I thought was great.
It's always gonna have that face, but yeah, let's keep it that way. That's what keeps this show alive.
Yeah, you ever know like the grumpy cat or that really disgusting looking cat we've had in that one time? I forgot which cat it was, but it reminds me of that cat basically.
Mm, it's kind of reminiscent. I get the idea of what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, it's about like,
But
Ma, there's a strange looking cat outside. Ma.
you just see that one fucking cat with a face.
Yeah, exactly that cat. That's the cat that reminds me of this one right here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making an anime reference, but you're making a meme.
No,
reference.
I'm making a meme reference with this one. Now I don't know which one came first, but that's genuinely how I feel with that cat, man. The cat makes me laugh every time I see it on scene. So yeah, let me see. I guess we should break things out real quick. So let's talk about the cafe owner's daughter because that's how the episode started, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah, we finally got introduced to one of the characters.
Boy, she was not how I expected her to act in this episode.
Well, you know what they say, like daughter, like father.
And do they have telepathy? Is that what's going on here? Because they can clearly read each other perfectly fine. Like, whoa, what?
Yeah. Yeah, but you could kind of see the resemblance between her and the father. Like, okay, first of all, I actually had no idea like she was gonna be like the daughter of the cafe owner. But when you kind of look at these two characters side by side, like you can see like okay, yeah, I believe them.
Yeah, at the moment that they act and react similarly, you're like, okay, they really are, related. But if you were to just see the character designs as is with no connection whatsoever, you'll be like, nah, I don't believe you.
Yeah. It was just one of those moments that we didn't really know until this episode.
Yeah, but I think my favorite part about that episode was the whole fact that Asai, which is the girl, the new female character we got in this episode, as well as the cafe owner, I loved how they clearly can tell how these two act. Being of Usaki and Sakurai, they can clearly tell. Yeah, these two are lovers. It's like,
yeah.
We should probably do something about these two, but instead we're just gonna let it play out, and we're just gonna watch from the sidelines. I love that.
Yeah, so pretty much we're dealing with a group of wingmen.
Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, it's the wingmans right here of the coffee shop. I'm like, bro, that is great. I loved it too because I think the best part about it is that these two characters can just They can just completely understand the situation at hand, read it, and not do nothing about it, and instead just watch as the chaos unfolds behind the scenes right then and there, you know?
I understand what you mean, man. And I like how when you first get introduced to Asai, when you come across her, you might have thought that she's just his coworker, right? And who might have a little bit of interest in Sakurai because she took a good look at his pecs, right, or his collarbone. It's like, God damn, this man is ripped. No, but um, as soon as Usagi comes in the restaurant and Asai, she becomes a little curious about uh, Usagi's connection with Sakurai. And then from there, that's when you start to see the resemblance between her and the cafe owner, and pretty much develop, Asai becoming this female wingman.
Yeah, I never expected that, but I
So
wonder who she would like side with if she was to be the wingman. You know, would she
hmm,
help out Uzaki to try to get Sakurai's attention as a girl and rather as instead of a friend?
hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm, that's pretty. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But um, so yeah, so pretty much on the first this first little segment of the episode, it's just pretty much Asai and the cafe owner getting to understand, the relationship between Usaki and Sakurai, and you know, and because they want those two to get together, there was a little moment in the episode where Usaki and Sakurai like accidentally bumped into each other, and they got drenched themselves in like water or tea or some kind of cold
I
drink.
believe it was
Eh,
water.
Yeah, and because of that, Sakurai ended up having to go home, and the next day having to call out of work because he ended up getting sick. So I just like how Asai and the cafe owner obliged with Usaki and, and decided to give Sakurai, no, decided to give Usaki Sakurai's address just so she could look after him.
Yeah, I also love the fact too that Sakurai got sick and Uzaki didn't, and they called her out on it. Be like, "How the hell are you here and not sick?" you know?
Yeah, yeah, that was a little weird, man. But um, so yeah, Sakurai got sick, and Usagi-chan decided to stop by for a visit. And see, I thought he would be a little bit rebellious. Like he would probably like overcome his sickness a little bit and just realize like, what the fuck is this woman doing here? Like, get out, please fucking get out of my apartment. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'm sick. But no, he was surprisingly a little welcoming, and I kind of like how Usagi-chan went out of her way to actually look after this man. From buying the necessary groceries to prepare some meals, because Sakurai's kitchen is kind of a little bit empty.
Yeah, the
So
fridge is empty. There's
the
nothing to
kitchen is a
eat.
mess. Yeah.
She
So
called her out on his bullshit. Like,
yeah,
bro, you have nothing to eat here. Made her go
yeah,
all the way to like the market to get groceries and everything imaginable, even to the pharmacy to grab some medicine for him.
yeah. But I just like how while from what you've been seeing about on Usaki, she's known to be like this, this little idiot who just wants to spend time with Sakura, but at the same time wants to like, you know, like tease him and in every way possible, right? You get to see the side of Usaki, going out of her way to look after Sakura. Like I said, buying the necessary groceries to prepare some meals, and buying some medicine too, and just going out of her way to make sure that Sakurai is fed. Pretty much strip him topless just so she could wipe off the sweat as well, and just making sure that he just goes to sleep. Make sure he gets a full recovery, right? And of course, being Usagi, she wants Sakurai to go to sleep, but then she ends up having to stay and fucking play video games. Like, Sakurai, like, this motherfucking enemy doesn't want to fucking die. How do you deal with him? Like, Jesus Christ.
I loved it
um,
because you know what the thing about that segment of the episode taught me? She can be a good wife material. She's
I,
always
I,
the goofball and everything, but like when those moments get serious, she knows what she needs to do. She knew how to cook, she knew how to get the medicine, she knew how to carry everything with her on the go. Like, she's a good wife,
Yeah,
man.
same here. I mean, I had the same thoughts, dude. Yeah, like, it's kind of crazy, how you get to see these two sides of Usagi. Like from last week's episode, it's kind of surprising to see how Usagi was has some knowledge about cats, how they hate high pitched noises and whatnot, and Usagi being turning out her wife switch on and doing all these necessities to take care of Sakurai.
Yeah.
So it's these kinds of things that draw me into watching Usagi-chan, man. Like it's pretty nice.
Yeah, you get the mixture of the slice of life elements and the more calm moments mixed in with the comedy, and it provides a really good show for you to watch from beginning to end. My biggest concern with the show originally before it had released was I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
like scared it was going to suffer the fate of it being like a 15 to 13 minute kind of show.
Oh,
Thankfully
like
that didn't happen, and I'm so glad.
you're talking about the time slot, right?
Yeah, because this
Oh,
kind
same
of
here.
show it kind of feels like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But another
yeah, I
thing I also
understand.
want to give credit to for this series in general, Uzaki's voice actress is really doing a phenomenal job with giving Uzaki life in this show.
Oh, yeah, you could hear the passion in her voice and the fun that she has with
Yeah, she's having a
voicing
lot of
Usagi.
fun voicing this character, and I think that she's the shine of this series. So to see her give it her all and make the show be as enjoyable as it is, I'm very happy with that for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at her at the voice actor's resume right now. Not a whole lot of characters that I recognize. But I do recognize Satanicha from Gabriel Dropout. So
Yeah,
I think this role is going to be a big one to go on to her resume.
indeed. Another one to add to the list of yes. But yeah, so I love that segment of the episode. Another moment of the episode I also enjoyed was, as I was stating with you before, the hypnosis element of it. I
hmm
love that as well because the whole premise with the first part of the episode was that Sakurai called Asai by her first name, and initially that was because if he had called her Asai like her last name,
Like
um,
Ami,
or
it's
Ami,
Ami in this
yeah.
case. Yeah,
So what would have happened was that it would have caused her to, or caused Sakurai to call the two people who share the same last name, and accidentally cause confusion, which he did not want
yeah,
to do. So that's why he's like, okay, I'm gonna call the female lady, her first name, and that's gonna be it. But for some reason, Usaki did not like that whatsoever, and in fact, actually went out of her way to try to see if she can do some hypnosis on poor Sakurai to see if maybe Sakurai, went under hypnosis control, can call Uzaki by her first name.
yeah,
And I
and he
love
just
how hesitant he was too.
he was hesitant. Yeah, he was hesitant, but he decided to play along with this whole hypnosis, gimmick that was like he's pulling.
Yeah. But I think my
And
favorite part too was like, oh my god, it actually worked. Okay, let me go and ask him for like 15 million different things real quick under one under one mind control, and then he just like snaps out. It's like, shut your ass up! I ain't doing
fucking
any of
jumps
that.
your head.
Exactly, I loved it. So I love that part of the episode, but I think my favorite bit after that had to have been the moment when he decides to play around with the whole coin as
With
well, and it somehow possesses Uzaki and gets her to sleep in the end.
I thought for a second that Sakura would actually get affected by the hypnosis, but of course, it's got to be the other way around.
Yeah,
And
it's always
Usagi
got to
just
be the
ends
other
up
way
getting it
around. It's
too.
never going to be
Yeah,
the way you initially intended to be, and I thought that was great though.
yeah. So it was the last little segment. Pretty nice episode overall.
Oh
So
yeah, I
yeah,
loved it.
so I don't really think there's not much to add on to that. Well, I mean, we did get the little segment where the cafe owner Asai Usagi and Sakurai went out to a Korean barbecue, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
to celebrate Sakurai's recovery, and they had this little drunk this moment where Asai and the cafe owner were both drunk, and they wanted to know Sakurai's relationship with Usagi. So there's that as well. But other than that, nothing really much to add on to this episode.
Yeah,
So it was pretty good.
it's a very nice slice of life episode, and once again, it's an issue of comedy is subjective. So it's not easy to really break down a lot of the comedy jokes and just kind of explain to the viewers exactly what's going on with that. But I hope we did a good enough job to
Yeah.
get that.
All
But
right.
let me see. Okay, so the next one we got here on the list is
Actually,
go.
before we do get into that, the 3 episode rule. Do we
Oh,
want to
you're
recommend
right.
Usagi-chan to
Oh,
the others?
that's a wholehearted yes. I will say that. I do genuinely believe Uzaki-chan is a show I think many people will actually grow to like and enjoy. I had a good enjoyment with the series, and I know it's a little slow at first. I think the first episode isn't really that
Mm-hmm.
strong, but I do genuinely believe that the second episode and the third episode do a really good follow up with that. And I think the comedy shined the
Yeah.
best, especially in the second episode.
Oh yeah, I'm with you there, man. I mean, this anime, I think it does a pretty good job, at least in the first few episodes, like establishing this college relationship between Usagi and Sakurai. So you're gonna see some good moments, with each other. You're gonna get some good comedy in this series. So if you're looking for good laughs, I definitely recommend looking at Usagi-chan. And of course, this is a slice of life anime, so for those of you people who enjoy that particular drama, I think Osaka-chan will definitely deliver, a few moments here and there.
Yeah,
So I
I think
recommend
this
it.
show does a good job with the comedy and also the cat too. The cat was great as well. You can never go wrong with that cat. If you ever want to see the cat, there you go. You know.
Definitely, man. Yeah. All right.
Um.
So moving on.
Uh,
All right. So
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sim Show. Oh, shoo! We're time to talk
the
about
Sim
the main Sim.
Show.
Okay, I need to ask you. I know I asked you last week, but we need to talk about it again.
All right. Talk to me
Why do
about it.
I keep watching this goddamn show every week? What is
I'm
it? What is
telling
this
you.
show doing to make me keep coming back despite me clearly hating every single goddamn episode because it's a goddamn simp trying to be a simp?
I'm telling you, it's the stupidity of love. But I think it takes on a more realistic perspective. I think that's why we're drawn to watching the series. Because goddamn, if anything, if there's anything helpful about these shows, it's about the dangers of being a simp.
Yeah,
So
this
thank
show is
you.
doing a great job in preventing us from being simps.
But yeah, I mean, of course, episode 3 being a follow up from the recent events from episode 2.
And it doesn't get any better. It does
It does
not get
not
any
get any
better.
better. Because as long as we have Mami-chan around, whew, Mami-chan in this particular episode, she was on a whole different level.
Oh
On a whole
no,
different
she
level
took
where,
that shit above and beyond to make sure, because I think the thing that intrigued me the most about Mami-chan in this episode is that she specifically wants to make sure that our boy,
mm-hmm,
our simp man of the show,
yeah.
Kazuya, she wants to make sure Kazuya and Chizuru are broken up. She doesn't want to see those two together.
And look, I get it. Like, probably this won't have much of an effect on them because they're not really on a relationship, but still, like, it shows Mommy's true colors.
Yeah, even her
Which,
friends, her quote unquote friends, are being caught off by this as well.
yeah. And like, I mean, when I looked at those messages where she was talking some mean shit
Yeah,
about
and the
this entire
tweets, right?
relationship, yeah, and those tweets, it's like it kind of elevated my hate more towards mommy. It's like,
I can't like. There's nothing about her that I can say I like. I mean, okay, she looks cute, yay! But God, your personality is as bad as bitch from Shield Hero, man.
oh man, I know. Yeah, she's probably my in a rom com form. Let's just put it at that.
Yeah,
But
for real.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of her personality, aside from her true colors, there's this there's this other side of her where, of course, she wants to display to Kazuya and to the rest of her, or at least within her social environment, where there was this moment where mommy was talking to Kazuya at the beach, and I think they had this moment where they playfully like talked about having this future child and how they wanted the boy, and they already wanted to have this they already have a name established, right? And I just she was playing dirty, and she was there was a specific moment where she told Katia where oh man, like our baby boy by the name of this will probably never be born after all. It's like, oh, Katia, look, I feel that, okay? I know you feel that, but you can't fall for that trap.
Yeah, she's manipulating you. God damn it. Look into her eyes. I mean, throughout the whole episode, she had like that demonic look whenever you see her. And then she also like changes her voice as well, where she starts speaking from like lighthearted into like very mellow and deep. Be like, what the hell
Mm-hmm.
are you talking about? Like, what? You know,
Yeah.
like shit like that. Like she goes and changes her whole voice direction completely, and it's like, why does Kazuya keep doing this shit, man? I'm so frustrated with this man because we the viewers can see it. And I think Kazuya can see it too, but he's too much of a goddamn simp because every single time, guess what happens? He's too busy looking at those goddamn thighs of Mommy Chan and is like, Reese, okay,
Oh, do I want to do it?
yeah, it's
No.
like, okay, let's see. Side A, reasoning. Side B, thighs. I'm going with the thighs.
I mean, that's pretty much who he is right now. It's like, where's the logical thinking, man? I mean, I thought you pretty much already learned by your past mistakes, but no, dude, you want to give a reason to like, to achieve your sexual desires, you know?
Yeah.
But
And I also want to follow up with the whole Mommy Chan situation you were talking about before regarding the child. I think it was Maya, you said? About
yeah,
like how Maya will never be born. My issue with that shit is that Mommy Chan was the one that broke up with Kazuya in the first place.
yep.
So
I mean,
it's like
why
the
even bother?
manipulation is happening there. You didn't break up with her. She broke up with you. So you're trying to tell me you want to feel bad about her saying that? Despite her being the one to tell you, oh, I broke up with you, but I'm still gonna feel bad at the fact that our baby girl Maya will never be born. And I'm like, god damn.
Yeah. Oof.
It
Yeah, but
frustrates me.
I know, dude. Like I don't know how I feel about characters like Mommy who think like X is like her is a good idea to be like very manipulative, you know?
Yeah. You ever see
Yeah.
that
Anyways, I just don't know how I feel about her.
okay, so I don't know. Like I know this is a weird thing to bring up, but you know that stupid meme about the man reading a book that says why women deserve less? Yeah, that's for Mommy Chan.
Jesus.
Mommy Chan deserves that shit, okay? You slap Mommy Chan and you slap that image right there, and it's like 110% hard agree because it's like, bro, I can't grow any attachment to her whatsoever. No form of development for Mommy Chan that you will slap to me in my face will help me grow more attached to her character because she's
Hmm.
horrible. This is her personality. This is who she is. How am I supposed to enjoy this? You know, it's like,
Yeah. But man, and you think we're done talking about Mommy from there? Now we're gonna get to this moment about what happens near the end of the episode, but of course it's not just about as much as we could rant on about Mommy and what she did in this episode. There are some other things that happen in this episode because, as we already mentioned before, this is a beach episode, and of course the coincidences just come one after another because guess what? Chizuru is at the beach too.
yeah, unintentionally as well, because I think what happened was that everybody asked for Kazuya to bring Chizuru along for the ride as well, and then Kazuya had to make up an excuse. Which, by the way, I want to follow up on what I just said right now regarding excuses, because he does something awful again later down the road. Um, And he's like, nah, she's busy with something. She couldn't come with us tonight. And then guess what happens? Chizuru gets invited by her friends to come to the beach, and it just so happens that the beach that they're going to happens to also be the same beach that Kazuya and his friends are in, which causes more confusion and delays because now guess what happens? The issue comes at the part that if she's here, that means that we're gonna start getting the whole girlfriend situation again. But what I loved about it was that like they couldn't see her secret identity behind the glasses and everything.
Yeah.
So I liked about it. The only reason why she had to reveal herself as to, as Chizuru, her real girlfriend rental form, was because Mami-chan almost walked into the
Like.
bathroom
Hmm.
and almost wound up showing that Kazuya was like with another girl or something like that.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was like, nah, I was just in my swimsuit, just whatnot. And we were just together here. I happened to show up on the beach as well. Also, I got a good laugh at that scene. I think that was my favorite Mami Chan scene was when they looked at each other and then Mami
Hmm.
Chan looks at Chizuru specifically in the chest, and her response to that, she jumps in the air with her jacket and like zip her
The
whole
zips.
suit.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, that was my favorite Mami Chan scene out of everything that we got. That was my absolute favorite Mami Chan scene. But yeah, like another thing to note, I hate Kazuya, man, because
I mean, what else is gonna change about
I
our opinion about
know.
him?
I know. It's like, Kazi, you keep adding more lies amongst the lies that already exist. You keep saying every week, okay, we're going to reveal that we're going to break up and then we're going to leave things be and we're never going to be with each other again. And it's like, every single week you keep doing that shit, and guess what happens? You keep piling on more bullshit excuses that you keep pulling out of your ass in hopes that it'll fix the situation, and wound up instead making it far more worse for her in the long run. And it's like the more he keeps doing this, the more that poor Chizuru is going to suffer when somebody finally gets revealed that, oh, she was actually, Chizuru from this particular school and now she's gonna be in trouble or something, you know.
Yeah, and look, man, look. I mentioned this. I mentioned this before. Like, Kazuya he's probably the smartest and the most stupidest rom com protagonist so far, at
Yes.
least from watching rom com series. Now, mind you, I don't hate Kazuya. I don't hate Kazuya in the aspect of being realistic and understanding where he comes from, and when it comes to like his past relationship. But what brings people like me and KG to hate him every week is the decision making. He just makes the wrong moves.
Oh.
This man just makes the wrong moves, and like you said, he's piling on more bullshits and coming up with with these fake with this fake information in regards to Chizuru. Which how long is that going to last, my boy? It just doesn't help out, man. Which is why I can't. Even Tesla tweeted about it, which, by the way, hey, that's pretty awesome that he's watching Rent a Girlfriend. But I definitely agree with him, and I'm pretty sure you do too on this, KG. Um, uh, Kazuya is really hard to root for.
Yeah, you can't root for him. In fact, you can't root for any of the girls. Why? Because they're all bad.
Any of
Like,
girls?
Chizuru is a rental girl, Mami-chan is a thought, Kazuya is a simp, and I don't know about the other girls yet, but I'm pretty confident that when we get to see them later, they're gonna probably be added into the list of shits as well. And I'm so frustrated that I keep coming back to watch this show every week. It's not getting any better, but for some reason my dumbass mind is thinking, oh, I can't wait to see what Kazi is gonna do this time around, and just to click play and watch the next episode. That shit hurts, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, but so far it's got to be Chizuru, who honestly, out of everyone here, you gotta root for the most.
Okay, Chizuru only because she's being thrown so much at her. Like, so much shit is happening at her, and I feel so bad for her, man.
I know, man. I know. And you've also got to respect that she's pretty quick to adapt to a lot of situations. You know, like just trying to play along with Kasia. Like even though she has to go out of the way to like fucking twist Kasia's leg for pulling all that bullshit on her, she still goes along with it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So there's this whole thing with Jisuru being at the beach as well, and okay, so should we actually get to the last moments of the episode,
All right,
or is there anything else?
let's talk about the biggest moment
Yeah.
in
So
the finale, because now that is going to be so significant later down the road, I feel. And
so
I think personally as well, before I pass it on to you, Evie,
go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
think that this upcoming episode is probably going to be the key to giving us a past look into Mami-chan before she became the thought that she is. Because we never got like a full-on
Hey,
backstory for her.
yeah. Which if that's a fucking kid, that's gonna be some good fucking food.
Yeah,
Because I'm a huge
that
fan.
better be good, man. That better make me sympathize with Mami-chan. If you can get me to sympathize with her with a flashback scene that showcases what happened to her to lead to her becoming who she is, and you actually get me intrigued by that, holy shit, this
Like,
is the greatest fucking show of all time. You know, but
yeah, it needs to get us to the point where we would actually say to ourselves, okay, I can cut mommy some slack. If
yeah.
they can get us to that, then yes, I would have to say this is a really damn good show. But yeah, so if that ever happens, of course. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened in those last moments of the episode. So, Kazuya was just minding his own business playing at the beach, right? He was like just cleaning himself off at the water, and then you see Mami-chan just calling Kazuya over, but like these pile of boulders, right? And telling Kazuya, hey, I lost my necklace. Can you help me find it? Oh, okay, sure. Let me help you. Um, and as they were looking for the necklace, I believe I'm not sure this is intentional. I mean, you have your opinions on this, KG, but anyways, mommy slipped on this this small pebble that was on the seafloor, and she just happened to slip. And then from there, Kazuya clinged on to mommy because she didn't want her to fall. And then this happened. Mommy went for it and fucking put the kiss on Kazuya
In episode 3.
in episode 3. Now, like, ooh, oh shit. We have ourselves a bitch.
I love how Chizuru was like, oh, I trust Kasia. Nothing will happen. Next scene, smooch. An episode ends, bro.
So yeah, the fact that mommy will go out of her way, the same woman that broke up with Kazuya, she will literally go out of her way to kiss Kazuya again just to make sure that their relationship is terminated. And I'm like, damn, man. Of course, the episode ends from there. And like you said, KG, I'm hoping that from that moment forward, this could lead to some, huge development, hopefully for Kazuya. Because so far, it's hard for me to root for him. And of course, get some insight into Mami in terms of what it is that she went through that makes Mami who she is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, it was a pretty good episode. Pretty good episode overall.
Yeah, as much as I've been bantering and just throwing a dumpster fire on this poor episode, I can't. I don't know. I can't hate the show, man. I hate everything about it, though. But I can't seem to hate it. Is this a sign that I'm also a simp to the show, too? Is this what's being revealed here? Am I also a simp to the series? Like, what's...
I don't know. Like, when you think of a harem, I guess, in a way, there's gonna be some simp involved, right? So...
I don't know, man. High School DxD has taught me that I don't have to worry about simps, you know?
All right, yeah, maybe you're right on that. So, I don't know. Like I said, I just think personally, it's the stupidity of love.
It
from a
is. It's
realistic
and I think
perspective.
that might be why I'm so intrigued. Maybe the reason I'm actually watching this is just to write down notes in my head, be like, okay, this isn't what I should not do, you know. And if that's gonna be the case, then oh boy, I can't wait for next week's episode. But honestly, you know what's so weird? I can't even do the 3 episode rule. I really want to see what next week's episode is gonna be because the 3 episode rule does not apply for this show because there really hasn't been like a big moment to push the
Yeah, like
series to make you be like, okay, I know for a
yeah,
fact it's gonna be in my list.
like there hasn't been like, how do I put this, like some sort of establishment based on the first few episodes. I just haven't felt that just yet to say yes, I would recommend this, or no, I would recommend this. I want to lean more towards yes, I will recommend this, but based off of what solid reason, I can't quite say. It's just one of those moments. Um,
Yeah, I
so yeah.
believe on that statement, but I don't know. Like, okay, Evie, anything else you personally want to add to this particular episode of The Sim Show?
We finally got the ending, which um,
That was weak in terms of the animation.
okay, mind you, I do like the little chibi forms of the girlfriends, but it's the context behind it that I'm laughing at.
Oh yeah, the context is so stupid. I swear to God. If you don't get the context, that ending will fly by your head. If you understand what's going on, it'll be like, bro, like, oh, oh my God. Especially, by the way, at the final shot of that whole thing, to
Kobe.
seal the deal, he does a Kobe throw into the trash bin with a piece of tissue. Let that be an explanation as to what the ending's all about. Oh my god. Even the ending frustrates me too. Jesus Christ. It's basically a simp
The
ending
ending song,
song.
pretty much. The ending song is good itself, but as far as like the animation goes, honestly, I'm not hating it in my opinion. But honestly, it's the context behind it that's probably gonna get me to enjoy the ending if anything. But yeah, if look at the ending, you guys, and if you get the context, cool. If not, cool. All right. Anyways,
You're too young to understand the fine qualities of animation storytelling
um,
with the Sim show. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, let's call it that animation storytelling. Let's call it out there for you, for all of you younglings out there.
Yeah, the Simps in the making, basically. There we go. But yeah, I hate
Man,
Mommy Chan. Fuck her. She deserves to be in the trash. She needs to be thrown out of this story as soon as possible. But
as if 2020 could get any worse. No.
she gets in. Yeah, she gets herself involved in a storyline that makes me want to root for just one girl, man. I'm only rooting for just Chizuru. She
Same here,
deserves
man.
everything, man. I don't care why she got involved into doing rental shit, you know, but she's still the girl I would root for in this entire story. Not the simp,
Oh,
not the thought, none of them. Just Chizuru.
same here, man.
Yeah, so
Same here. I'm with GC all the way so far.
all right. So to the streets, Mommy Chen go. And now, Evie, I think that's it for all the reviews for our shows, correct? Is there any other shows that we watch in general?
No, not as far as I know.
All
I
right.
guess you want to take this time to mention your recommendation.
All right, Evie. I want you to. I really do want you to watch this show because, to me personally,
I think I know what it is.
yeah, I tweeted about it not too long ago. I watched all of the episodes that have released so far, and I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I am so sorry to this show that I didn't get a chance to watch it when it first aired because I was missing out on what I think could be greatness, man.
Really
This
now.
show is greatness, in my honest opinion. This show being none other than, if I can actually get the title for this one. Hold on, let me go grab it real quick.
I mean, I can probably guess. Is it Misfit?
Yes,
Uh,
indeed, it is the
yeah.
Misfit of Demon King Academy. Holy
Okay.
damn, this show is so good. Let's begin from the basics. Let's talk about OP characters. All
I
right,
know you
now,
said that he killed a man with a heartbeat.
okay,
What else could he have done?
I
Tell me.
I saw that scene, by the way. I
Mhm.
was I thought people were lying. I thought people were pulling shit out of their ass in regards to the summary for that first episode. Evie,
Mhm.
none of them were lying. He legitimately they animated it to where they zoomed in onto the man's heart and showed the
Mhm.
beat, and when his heart would beat, it would like release like this wave of powerful energy that would cause the people that are going to attack him to just freeze in place because the force of the beat was so strong it stunned them. I was like, the hell. He was so
Yeah.
OP with his heartbeat alone that he caused him to just pause in the middle of a fight, the enemy side. But what made it great too, this man is so strong. He got to the person who he was fighting against in the battle. By the way, that person is an asshole. I'm just gonna say this right now. Um,
Mhm.
and he tries to go and fight against our main hero of the story, Voldigod or Voldigod Anos. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll call him Anos for now, just for short.
You just call him
Anos. He
Thanos.
is our main
No.
protagonist of this story. He is basically the misfit of Demon King Academy. I'm
Mhm.
not going to spoil exactly who he is as a character. I believe you should definitely give it a shot for yourself, Evie, to understand the full context of it. But I do want to talk about how OP this man can be.
Okay. Go right
Um,
ahead.
so in the first episode, by the way, all of this is happening in the very first episode of the series.
Mhm.
He gets into a fight with one particular character, and there comes a moment when this enemy would bring out a sword that's supposed to be of god powers. This sword is supposed to have contained mythical powers that exceed that of gods, okay? That's how powerful this sword should have been. Guess what Anos does to counter that? He simply breathes in, breathes out, and just like that, as like a gust of wind came out of his mouth, very gently, like makes the flames of the sword disappear. Just by like doing, and then the
Huh.
flame just disappeared. Like the flame
So,
in the sword just vanished at that moment. And I'm like,
uh,
bro,
uh,
what?
so a god slaying sword, engulfed in flames, just put out by a symbol.
Yeah, just a simple little breather moment. That's it. I'm like, bro, what the shit? Oh my god, that is so good. I hate OP characters in the show, but when you do OP characters right, they could be some of the most hilarious and downright most badass moments in a series yet.
I mean, that's why we enjoyed Jesus, what's the one isekai anime?
Cheat magician, no.
No, 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 not that, no, no. Shut up, KG.
I'm
No,
sorry.
um, I forgot the one with um, Jesus Christ, I'm really forgetting my anime. Um, well, remember when he fucking demolished that one single blob?
Oh shit! Yes, I know which one you're talking about. The friggin' cautious hero.
Conscious hero. There we go. Overly conscious hero. Thank you,
Yes.
Donnie.
For
Yeah.
some
So,
reason, I was thinking you were talking about the other one that was like based on the writing from Konosuba,
oh
the
no,
the the
no.
fucking wrestler.
I mean, he wasn't OP. I don't know. Shut up. Anyways, um, but yeah, overly conscious hero. See, that's an overpowered character done right. And so you're telling me that this show with the Demon King and Anos in this case, is he like right up there in terms of his treatment?
Dude, he's not only that, but he is so badass. I love some of the lines that he has in this show. It is so good. Have you ever seen like a character that you wanted to see get their ass demolished then and there? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
characters that you despise so much and you just want to see them get their asses whooped at the moment instead of having to wait like for 5 episodes before it actually happens. This
Uh
show
huh.
does that. This show doesn't wait. This show immediately gets to the point. And some of the payoff that they do in this show is actually really good. The pictures that I
Hmm.
posted not too long ago, I said about like I don't care how OP this man is, he is the GOAT. He has a line in this show where he's like, where the opponent was like, I swear, I'm sure I just killed you right now. And then Anos would respond back with like, did you really think that
High five for
killing
my
me?
friends. No.
Yeah, no. It was like, did you really think that killing me would be enough to make me die? And I'm like, what?
Wow.
It's
Okay.
like, did you really think that killing me would be enough to make me die? I swear that reminded me of that stupid meme that from another show where it's like people die if they are killed.
Yeah,
But he
yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can't die if you can't die if someone doesn't kill you, and then
exactly.
just
But
for that.
Anos was like, "Did you really think you could kill me by killing me? Nah, we not doing that." Like he does a lot of that shit where he looks like he's killed and then he comes off screen, just puts his hand on the enemy, and then he's just like, hey, I'm back, some shit like that. And then he would whoop that person's ass like 120%. It is some of the
Jesus
most
Christ.
satisfying moments in the show. Like when he goes badass mode, he goes above and beyond, and it is some of the best scenes of this series. I love this character. I love that he is an OP character because the thing that makes me appreciate it, number one, he is not an asshole. He is nowhere near an asshole despite him being who he is. I wish I could explain more about it, Evie, but I don't want to spoil it for you. There is something that he does in the second episode that makes you connect with this character despite learning out who he really is. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, holy shit, I never thought about that direction and like taking a character in that route. And he does it. And it's so satisfying to see him when he returns and stuff, to see him whoop some ass when he witnesses trouble. Like in the first episode, like I
Okay.
know I'm bouncing all over the place. In the first episode, when he was
No, you're
fighting the
good.
original enemy that I was talking about, he kills the man with just like a punch or something, right? Like he straight
Mm-hmm.
up kills him. Like I think he slices the man up to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
This man, his response to that after killing the poor lad, Anos decides to use a revival technique to bring the man back to life and then whoop his ass again. To then bring him back to life, to then whoop his ass again. Repeat, rinse, repeat. He does that shit consistently. You see corpse, you see limbs, you see body parts just flying consistently back to back to back to back. And the thing about it is that the person that keeps coming back retains all of those memories of when he got killed. So he feels all of those deaths that he's being hit with. And I'm
Damn.
like,
So
bro, that is nuts. And then like there comes
holy
a point
shit.
later down the road where like the brother of this guy comes in, and then
Mm-hmm.
Anhos decides to pull off one of the most ridiculous stunts in that moment by getting his
Mm-hmm.
younger brother to combat against his older brother. I won't explain how, but it is so insane. And then like okay, I'm not gonna go any further on that. I just watch the show for yourself. Genuinely speaking, I loved it. I really, really enjoyed the show. It is nothing like supreme storytelling or anything like that. Like there's no incredible writing whatsoever. But I
Okay.
love the characters. The characters got me to this show. Anos is great. Misha is great. Sasha, I didn't like her at first, but the recent episode made me understand why they like. See, you know about the whole Mami Chan that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Think about that, but actually with Sasha. There's a female character in this show named Sasha. She is like Mami Chan at first in regards to being an asshole, but you learn later,
Mm-hmm.
discover why she is, and the payoff to that is so rewarding, man. Like it's heartbreaking when you learn why she acts the way she does, and then the redemption that she gets. All of this is happening within like 4 episodes, by the way. All of this happening back to back. It's actually really good. I loved everything about it so far, and I'm loving the cast. They're great. Anos is great. I love an OP character when he can get the job done at that moment. Like let me put it in some ways. Like whenever a villain is escaping and you know for a fact the hero can go and kill him then and there, but he decides to
Yeah.
let the villain escape, which causes like another 100 friggin' episodes to span out of because of his decision. Nah,
Okay.
like Anos, instead he's like, nah, you're dead, and he
So
and then he
so
dies.
So he pretty much like breaks this like heroish kind of gimmicks, right?
Yeah,
Is what you're saying? Okay.
yeah, he's a hero theoretically,
Uh
but you
huh.
also have to remember this is the Demon Academy as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So the thing is, I say killing, but you'll understand more about like how he quote unquote kills, because it's not how you think it is. It's actually really different instead. But one last thing to also note, to me personally, the opening song,
Mm-hmm.
so good. It's so good. I love the opening song of this series. It's great. It's the name of the song is titled, if I can remember correctly, Seikai Fusekai, done by Civilian. And then in the fourth episode, they do a variation difference onto that one
Mm-hmm.
with Anos' voice actor. Anos sings the opening song in the fourth episode, and I'm like, bro, how much more badass can this man be? He goes out of his way to sing the song as well. Holy shit! I need a full version of that right away. Which is actually really funny to talk about, is because the voice actor for Anos, if I'm correct, he is also one of the singers in Old Codex, if I'm correct. Yeah, he was the
Really?
vocalist of the Japanese band Old Codex. So
Huh.
he also
Okay.
sings too. But like, bro, he's so good, man. I love his version
Ah.
that he did for this song. So it was
Okay.
basically like getting civilian featuring old Codex, and it's like, bro, I love that. I loved everything about it so far.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking at some of the performances Old Codex did for anime. Um. I see that he did the opening for the Free series.
Yes, he's
I
done it for that too.
Oh, that is actually pretty interesting. It looks like they've done some openings for Ultraman as well, and some sports animes. But
Also,
okay, that's actually pretty interesting.
yo, just to let you know, if in case you want any more redemption for this voice actor, he also did the voice for Sakamoto Yuji from Bakuto Test. You know, the red haired
Yeah,
dude, the red haired
I
lad.
see that. I see it there. Yes, they were one of my OG.
Yeah,
So,
so you
all
knew
right.
like he's going to be a good character. Like his voice performances on a lot of the shows are great. So I knew he was going to deliver 110% on this show. But boy, I didn't expect the Anos character to be the way he is and be so good. I really love the series. 4 episodes are out right now. Generally speaking, if you just watch the first episode, let that be your deciding factor for that. I already got hooked by the first episode. The second, the third, and the fourth one were just icing on the cake for me because it just did a great job in building up the world, building up the characters, and just seeing more OP badass moments from Anos. So,
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, it looks like the positives of the series definitely has to be the characters because that's what brought you to the series to begin with,
oh
right?
hell yeah, the
So,
characters for me, I love them. I really love them all. I never thought I would enjoy the characters because as I told you, there's some stories behind some of them. But literally, in the second episode, in the beginning of the second episode, you grow to appreciate Anos' character from that moment. And it's
hmm
like, when he made that decision, it's like, bro, my respect for this character and the OP elements that he contains with him, I don't care no more because he did something heroic. He did something incredible. And I'm like, I just can't wait to see now that he's, here, what is he going to do next? So that's
gotcha.
my take on it. Like I mentioned, I'm trying my best to not spoil anything. But
That's fine.
Donnie, since your bro's even going out of his way to read and watch the series, I think you'll get a good kick out of it. At least just watch the first episode if you have time. Like generally speaking, I know there's a 3 episode rule. I could just say right now, I think the first episode could do a good job in itself. And then the other
All right.
episodes can be a lead on into it if you want to continue to watch more of it. But yeah, if I was to do the 3 episode rule, the 3 episodes are great, but you need the fourth episode to get the closure to the arc that they had because the first episode was the introduction episode, the second, the third, and the fourth was the first little mini arc that they had, and the first
hmm
mini arc, in my opinion, was really good. It was a strong start in my humble opinion. I loved the first mini arc we had with Misha and with Sasha. I know Johnny said something about KG. Am I on Team Misha or am I Team Sasha? Like, at first, I will tell you, I was with Team Misha, but that was only because after the events of episode 3, but after episode 4, I can't go wrong with Sasha either. Sasha is also another great character, and also the thighs, man. I'm just saying, good lord. But yeah, so definitely give Misfit a try. I think you will enjoy it. If you love to see characters go above and beyond, I think this show will do you great. And if you love a lot of the demon elements and stuff like that, I think this show will do great. There's also the concept of mystery as well, being mixed in with the action of the series.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, as I stated before, I don't want to spoil anything for you. Give it a watch yourself, and then maybe next week or whenever you get a chance, let me know what you think of it, and go from there.
Okay, sounds pretty good to me, man.
And
And
Johnny, I listen. I was on Team Misha too. I'm just saying. I don't care which side I'm on. Both of those girls are great. Episode 4 did a solid job in making me appreciate both of them equally. If I had to choose, though, I'd probably go with Sasha. Though I don't know. It's just me. It's just my opinion. But yeah. So there you go. That's
okay,
my take on it.
all right. Well, I appreciate your take on that, KG. So
Thank you.
I might have to look at that.
Yeah, seriously. I just saying, like, just end stream right now. Go watch that first episode. Just that in there. Okay, but the
Okay,
other
bye.
show. Go on, Evie.
No, I was just kidding. No, I was just kidding. I was saying, okay, bye.
Uh, like Evie, come back! No. Okay, so
No,
another
but
show I was watching because I was
huh?
like browsing through the list. I was like, Evie did tell me to go watch that one anime. What was it called again? The Tower of God.
Uh-huh.
And I was like,
Okay.
okay. So I was like, okay, let me go and see if Tower of God, because like I wanted to watch an anime that I could binge through, like 12 episodes, and Tower of God fits that. So I was okay. I was
Did
like on my way to go through it, and as I'm browsing on my way to go and look for the anime, I discover another anime that caught my attention,
oh.
and then I went to watch that instead.
Oh, I mean, it's so good, man. I mean, at least you're one inch closer to watching the Tower of God. But
I
I'm
listen, man.
curious, man.
Every time I'm trying to watch the Tower of God, there's like another show that's just right there peeking out in the corner that just gets my attention and
See,
makes me go watch that instead.
see. At this point, you're pretty much that one driver in that fucking highway meme, where like you're supposed to head that way, but you're taking that one ramp exit towards
Yeah,
the other
it's
direction.
like left way Tower of God, right way any other anime. Scream! It goes the other way.
All right, so I'm curious, man. What did you end up watching?
Okay, I feel bad only because this anime does not live up to like the Tower of God and everybody's recommendations.
Uh huh.
The name of this show is called Princess Connect Redive. The reason
Huh.
why I went to watch this anime is because I looked at the studio that was working on this particular show. And to my
Oh, okay. I see it
surprise,
here.
yeah, and
Yeah.
to my surprise, the studio that worked on it is Games Pictures. And as you
Uh
guys already
huh.
know, Games is based on multiple franchises that they own. But the one thing I know with Games in particular, for me anyway, is Dragalia Lost. And if
Mm-hmm.
you go and look into Games Pictures' previous works, you'll discover Manaria Friends. And if you remember
Mm.
Manaria Friends, Evie, it's about the dragon and the princess. You know,
And the
Greya,
princess.
the princess.
Ah.
Now, I watched that
Mm.
show before when it came out. I will say right now, Greya is best dragon girl from that show.
Mm-hmm.
She's just beautiful. But when I learned that Games Picture made Princess Connect Redive, I decided to go and take a look. Now, Princess Connect Redive is a bit of a action adventure fantasy as well as a comedy show, because the whole premise about this is that a man falls from the sky, which is technically the main protagonist of the show.
Mm-hmm.
However, the big issue with him is that he contains no memories of his past other than his name being of Yuki. And also, speaking of which, regarding Yuki as a character, another thing that really caught me off guard is the voice actor that does Yuki's voice. That being none other than Abe Atsushi. Now, that
Mm-hmm.
name might ring a bell for some people, only because this person is well known for doing some very popular roles for anime in general. One particular one I think that many fans would resonate with very quickly if I can actually look through the list here because, well, he's done a lot of voices. I mean, there's a bunch of them here.
Oh man, he has a good resume.
Yeah, he has a good resume. Let me see if I could find it here. Unfortunately, I don't see it on the list here, but yeah, he's done some pretty good ones. So I really grew to enjoy his character, like Saint Seiya to name a few. Was there, Smile Precue, To Love Ru, or To Love Ru, I think that's how you pronounce it, Toaru, as well as Toma. There we go. That's what I was looking for. If you ever watched
Hmm.
the Railgun series.
Yeah, none of these characters here ring a bell, but I believe you that he's a pretty good and recognizable voice actor.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
really grew to enjoy his character's voice actor and whatnot, and so I was intrigued by that alone. So I was like, okay, let's see what he can do with this show. And then
oh
I
no,
find
KT.
out what happens with this particular character. This character is a mute. The main male protagonist is a mute. He has like 1 to 2 lines every episode or something.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
every
okay.
other character talks. This character is very mute. He doesn't really speak as much.
Okay.
But I think that's the whole point because I think in the video games he's supposed to be a mute character as well because he's technically supposed to be you, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's not speaking as much as like every other character that's in the show, such as Kokoro, Kiaru, Pecorin. So he's just a mute protagonist, but you grow to love and appreciate him. There's this like the first moment that he appears on the scene. He has like this whole badass moment where he's about to go fight a bunch of wolves. Which, by the way, if you take a look at the designs of the wolves, they are ridiculous looking because like they have like these big ass googly eyes with like bags underneath it and whatnot, and they're derpy as hell. So Yuki comes in on the scene. He's about to go and kick some ass and whatnot, and then the dog just casually goes up to Yuki, just chomps him on the head, and then just drags the body straight into the forest.
What?
Yeah, shit like that. It's just like, all right, I'm about to win. Yeah, and just
Yeah.
body gets dragged into the forest while poor Kokoro has to go and try to go and look for for Yuki. So, the thing about the show is that like it's a nice, very basic slice of life fantasy series.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really much for me to break it down because like there's no real main plot for the show until say the very end where we start
Okay.
learning about some particular characters. Like the whole premise of the show is just to kind of like learn about the world, learn about the characters and the shenanigans that they find themselves
Mm-hmm.
together. There is a scene that I loved so much where Yuki was outside. I think he was outside of the guild house and he's eating something.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this girl that just appears out of nowhere. I think her name is Eriko. And she's on the floor, right? And
Mm-hmm.
oh, wait. Terrell, hey buddy, how you doing? Hey, look, we got the e-call sign there. Hey Terrell, how
Oh
you doing,
shit, we got
buddy?
a party of
Thank you
8.
for the
Hello.
raid. Wait, you're still you finished streaming? Oh man. I wanted to come
Oh
and watch
well.
your Final Fantasies and shenanigans. All right, well that's fine. But I
Yeah.
hope you had a fun stream though, Terrell. And thank
Well,
you so much for the raid.
welcome. We're still talking about anime.
Yeah,
So
we're still somehow talking about anime for like how many? It's almost been 2 hours. So yeah, KG missed good
yeah.
stuff. Damn it. Well, maybe next time I'll watch it, or I'll just watch it probably after. Anyway, what happened soon after was that Yuki was just outside, right? He was just eating
Mm-hmm.
some food. I think it was like what was it? The rice balls and whatnot. And then there's this female chick. She's on the floor. She's having a hard time breathing. She looks like she has a fever, and she's there panting and like asking for help. Yuki, because he's such a mute and has no way of figuring out how to communicate with people, he walks up to her, looks at her, and then his response to trying to help the situation is simply grab a rice ball, just puts
Mm-hmm.
it in front of her face, and be like, enjoy your food, and just casually walks away. And then the girl, she starts panting even louder, and then you find out why, and it's because of the way Yuki treated her that she actually got aroused by it. she,
Yeah, I remember seeing that specific clip on YouTube. Yeah, it's the little things.
I'm like, bro. And then they actually follow up on that whole joke in a later episode, and that episode is one of the most ridiculous shit imaginable because it's like they go to a hospital, but they don't realize that the hospital they went to is a twisted as hell hospital. So Yuki has like some little spots on his body, and the doctors are like, "All right, you know what we're gonna do? Put him in chains, and we're gonna have the saw come in to try to fix this man." Like it's all these machineries of like sharp needles, saws, blades, everything that you would think that would be in a twisted hospital. And then all you hear is you see the door with like three little bars. You hear nothing but scream, pain. The saw is making noises, and all the other girls are outside, and one of them in particular is calling to God, be like, "Oh God, please thank him, please save him so much, please, he can't kill, he can't kill." Like she's talking to herself, and she's losing herself because she doesn't know what's happening to her lord. And then you just hear poor Yuki-chan in the background screaming in agony because something's happening inside, but you never get to see anything whatsoever. But what makes it hilarious is that you find out that he just simply had like a little cough or a fever, and it's like, wait, so explain all the noise that was going on inside the room. So you never get context behind that, by the way.
Oof.
Yeah, but I would have loved it just to see more about it. They explain it, but you never get to see it in animation form. And then that crazy chick I was talking about before, Eriko, she comes back again in that episode because it turns out she works there or she lives there. So she was casually walking by the rooms, and then she realizes that Yuki was in one of them, and she just begins to go nuts.
And then she...
It is great. Yep. I loved everything about it, man. It was good.
And then from what I remember on YouTube, she actually did the same thing to what Yuki did, and just like began stuffing Yuki's face with rice balls, right?
Yeah, something like that. Like there's some silly shit that goes down with it, and then it turns from like a crazy demented hospital episode into like a stealth. A rescue episode where the girls decide to work together to try to raid the hospital and help Yuki get away from there whatsoever. However, it came at the sacrifice at one of the girls having to stay behind because she had to kind of like fake her injury to get Yuki out of the hospital, which he did escape. But now the other female character, Kiaru, she's stuck inside and she gets quote unquote hospitalized, which they followed the joke up at the next episode. And she becomes nuts at the first part of the episode because she comes into the house after getting out of the hospital. She just slams the door open. Her eyes are so wide, and she's like, "Good morning, everyone. I'm off to bed now." She just walks away.
Poor woman.
And then she wakes up again later, and she's like, "What am I doing here?" Like she doesn't remember anything that happened whatsoever. So there's silly shenanigans like that. It's like a show that you're not supposed to take seriously. It's a nice comedy show, but the moments in the show are some of the best that I got laughs from, and I think many people will enjoy it. It's something you shouldn't watch right away, but if you're like bored and want to watch a particular anime, and binge through something just because you have nothing else to do at that time, definitely give Princess Connect Redive a chance. I think people will grow to like it. If you love comedy, I think the comedy here is pretty great, in my opinion. So yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. See, I thought for a second, like what's the anime called? What is it? Okay, Princess Connect Redive. I thought for a second that the Neko girl was enough to catch your attention to watch this anime.
Oh no, the Neko girl. Well, first of all, she's great. Her voice actress, Tachibana Rika, she does amazing with this character because she has some comedy moments. Like she's that kind of character that does like a lot. Like she's very snarky. and she has those moments where she wants to hang out with the gang, but she's trying to be too, like, her pride gets too much into her, where she's like, nah, I
So
don't want to
like
do nothing with that. But her character is cute. There was a scene where they were having dinner in like a restaurant, and there's this one chick in the group, Pecorin, who loves to eat. She's like a gluten, like she eats anything. So she discovers that there's a secret menu in the restaurant, and she asks for the secret menu. And then
mm-hmm.
when the chef comes out with the secret menu and reveals all the items there, everybody's like, okay, time to chow down. And Kiaru, she's about to go and eat some as well. And then she discovers that the secret menu was nothing but bugs, just cooked up fried bugs, like, like fried chicken or something like that. Nah, fried bug is where it's at right now. Think of it like
Yeah.
that, like a caterpillar, just completely fried. Looks like a mozzarella stick, but you can clearly see that it's a caterpillar or something like that. And then Kiaru,
Okay.
she's like, you know what? I'm gonna just get up. I'm gonna walk out. I'm not gonna have any of this. And then Pecorin comes in with a spoon and just shoves that spoon right up her mouth. And then she makes like the cutest cry that you could think of. She's like, like something like that. And like she begins tearing up because she doesn't know how to react to the fact that she got shoved the bugs in her mouth, because she did not want nothing to do with that. And then at the end, she's like, "Oh my god, that was actually pretty good,"
So, well, shit. I actually didn't knew that was good.
Exactly. She has moments like that in the show. They're great. I loved it. But to me, my personal favorite girl in this whole show has to be Kokoro. I love Kokoro in this show. She's like an elf girl. She's a very calm, collected girl. She just wants to protect her lord, and it's because of those
Yeah.
moments that she has some cute moments shoved in her. Also, by the way,
Oh.
just as a fun fact, I didn't know about this until recently. The
Mhm.
voice actress that does Kokoro's voice, Ito Miku, is also familiar for doing another character that many people enjoyed from the last year,
Oh yeah.
Nakano Miku, from
From the quintessential quintuplets. Nice.
exactly. And I was like,
Nice. That's
I
already that's my
knew
next
that
show.
voice sounded familiar, and it was because it was Miku, basically. Like,
Hey, well,
boom,
there you go. There you
exactly.
go. Yeah, I mean I also know Kokoro a little too well, only because she pulls off this like very unique face whenever she's like in a state of shock.
Yeah, she has like that X mouth on her face.
Yeah.
Also, she also does another character that I also love a lot as well. Nekopara. I've played that game before in my channel.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually the voice actress who does the voice of Maple in Nekopara as well.
Oh
So
yeah, you mentioned her.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I once again, she's a fine voice actress. She has some fine characters that she voices, and I love them all. So the fact that she voices Miku, and then she's like, "Oh my god, you voiced Miku, you voiced Maple, and now you're voicing, what was it, Kokoro?" I'm like, yes. Yeah, and also the pudding scene in that show was great. I'm not gonna explain the pudding scene because I don't want to ruin the joke, but the pudding scene was hilarious only because the payoff at the end was was the most plot twist shocking moment from this show. I was like, bro,
No.
poor Yuki, man. I won't say anything else aside from that, but
It's all good.
yeah. So once again, it's a show I think people will like. But
All
watch
right,
it in your
well,
own time. Don't rush to watch it. If you have nothing else to watch, I would definitely recommend giving Princess Connect Redive a chance. Until then,
all right,
though,
well.
now I gotta try to see if I can actually push myself to watch Tower of God this time around.
Yeah, and I definitely want to hear your opinions about that because if of course it's the first anime ever adapted from webtoon, so I want to see your thoughts about that in terms of how this adaptation played out for you.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were telling me to give it a chance. I
Yeah,
really do want to see it myself. I know there's some things in the show that enticed people and got them hooked into the series and whatnot. And I really want to see what made it so great. It's a webtoon anime, and I love reading some webtoon stuff. So the fact that it got in animation form, it's telling you that this series has to have been that good to have earned itself an anime amongst other great shows during this season or in the previous season. So yeah, I'll give it a chance when I can get, and hopefully maybe in next week's show, I will follow up on that and see where things will go from then and there. So I guess until then, though, you want to go and wrap things up, then, Evie?
Yep, I think we should be good. So
All
let's
right.
call it a wrap.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much. Thank you to Terrell as well, the Insane Game Freak, for rating us here tonight. Didn't actually expect it, and I do apologize if people were expecting a little bit more as well. We actually been doing this for almost 2 hours now, and it's about time for us to go and wrap things up for tonight. But if you definitely want to go and see more of our shenanigans, maybe not for anime in particular, like what we do every Saturdays here, but rather for the Pokemon related content, like for the upcoming episode of PM 2019 and all that stuff. You can tune in on Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be doing our thoughts and impressions on the recent episode of Pokemon, as well as talking about other gaming things that have been going on within the week. As given that the Diamond and Pearl sprite stuff has been leaking, as well as the Super Mario 64 stuff has been revealed and whatnot, we'll definitely do a follow up statement regarding all of that on Monday because it is something to really keep an eye on. So I'm looking forward to talking more about that really soon. Um, so yeah, once again, everybody, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Once again, thank you to my buddy here, Alpha Evie, for joining me as well. Absolutely
Of
appreciate it.
course.
Yeah, and look forward as well. In just like 2 minutes, I'm about to be releasing a video on YouTube as well, following the end of this stream. So coincidentally, that was perfect timing, actually. So I'm very happy about
All
that.
right, well, there you go, you guys.
All right, then. So look forward to more content from me on that channel there. So I'll see you guys then. And thank you guys so much for being with us here tonight. We'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody. And as always, have yourself an awesome day. What'll happen with Pikachu's Burger? We'll find out in just a couple of hours. Alrighty then. Bye bye.
Peace out, you guys.